Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Guess what? I'm home. I got on my giant big Harry Potter t-shirt. Excuse me, that was froggy. Which is really great for the brace because it's nice and long and it's got long sleeves, which are so big on me. They're like folding up because I'm laying down. So I'm laying down for a couple of reasons. Yesterday I spent 6 hours sitting up straight without having my legs elevated. I did have them slightly up for about 25 minutes in the doctor's office while, my wheelchair has the elevated legs, but we still haven't worked out the minutia of getting them up enough without my legs and putting my feet off the thing and the whole bit. So, plus we didn't know how long the doctor was going to be. So I had them up so that he could work on taking out my stitches, which was great. I said, do you want me to get in the patient chair? And he was like, no, this is fine. We took the arm off the wheelchair, like things we know how to do. So it was good. I mentioned in the previous vlog that we had a lot of trouble getting the wheelchair in the house. The wheelchair does not fit in the house. But I mentioned that we have a couple of solutions. However, that being said, I was supposed to go to immunotherapy today. Jim could not get off early because 3 people called out and they're on a skeleton crew. Actually, he said they might even close his restaurant and make him work in another restaurant inside. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not really sure. Because he's so busy, we didn't really get a chance to text today. So, that being said, I'm exhausted. So let me tell you what happened. I came home last night and it was a lot of frustration getting in, and I was frustrated about the immunotherapy appointment today because originally I didn't worry too much about the doctor's appointments because when I got my cancer diagnosis, they said, whatever time you need to take off. So he's like, I'll just call out. I said, don't call out. They would rather have you there 3/4 of the day than not at all. At least, somebody can fill in for you in the afternoon or whatever. Because I thought maybe if Jim could take me to the appointment, because Mom offered to take me to the appointment, but how is Mom going to help me in and out with the wheelchair? And I'm very heavy and those kinds of things. So the whole dynamics of it, my major concern is about getting my port accessed. I haven't had my port accessed 30 days today. So I don't know if I need to have like that happen. That's the part that I'm kind of worried about. Just to have it flushed and stuff. I think you have to flush it every 30 days, but I have a message into the message boards for the nurse. So we'll see about that. I don't really think I have a choice. I can't really get out of the house. I don't know if they have my insurance will pay for a visiting nurse to come, so I have to find that out too. It's just a lot. So during the weekend, we're going to fix the chair to hopefully get it in and out of the house okay. What I've been doing meantime is I've been sitting on the rollator. It's just right here. I don't use it like a walker. I'm still toe touch, non-weight bearing on my right leg. So what I do is I pivot into it and I push myself back to the commode. And Jimmy pushed me into the room last night because you can push people on it. It's not the most ideal situation. So Mom said I could probably get that in and out of the car. And I said, yes, but I can't get myself out of the house because I can't really go down a ramp on the rollator. It's not safe. It's not a wheelchair and it doesn't have the big wheels. It's not safe. It's just not safe. So, what was I going to say? So I rescheduled my appointment for 1 week from today. Hopefully we'll find out what to do about the port. Yeah, hopefully we'll figure out what to do about the port. What was I going to say? Oh, so I was so like pumped up last night about like getting in and getting to bed and of course the bed is my bed and it's my comfortable bed. However, I'm not used to sleeping on such a bed. And part of it is on the bigger bed at the hospital, I had more room to roll around, but less room to roll around because I didn't have another person in the bed with me. So last night it was just like a little trying to like get so I can turn, and the legs sometimes, especially at night, it gets real tired and I just don't have any strength in it, and I can't move it without the leg lifter and all of these things. So it's just kind of like working out all of that stuff. So I started to get sleepy and fall asleep about 1:30, and Jim had to go to the bathroom about 1:15, and he woke me up. He's like, I'm sorry I woke you up. And I was like, I'm sorry you woke me up too. So of course my body was like, power nap, and I could not fall back to sleep till, I feel like it was like 9:30 this morning, maybe. Maybe it was even earlier. It might have been like 9 o'clock. But then Mom came in because I forgot to text Mom that we weren't going to the appointment. So she came in to get me for the appointment. And so I had about a couple hours sleep, but I feel kind of really refreshed. My muscles feel stronger too. I just went to the bathroom and I was able to get back into bed with any assistance. So putting the brace on and taking the brace off isn't the best for right now. It's what I got to do. You know, I got that piece sitting there, and that's why I needed the long t-shirt because, so I changed my t-shirt. I got cleaned up. I brushed my hair, but you can't tell because now I laid back in bed and I didn't have any coffee yet. Coffee chat. Today it's iced coffee because it's been sitting here since 5 o'clock in the morning. Yay! Yay! No, it's okay though. It really is. It's actually quite good. I don't know what that is. It tastes like peppermint mocha. Is that peppermint mocha? That's what it tastes like. Probably the only sugar-free creamer I have. So, not complaining on Jim, just telling the story. I was going to say rightfully so. He was very stressed out about what to do. You know, he feels very dedicated to me. He doesn't want to let me down. He doesn't want to let work down. So it's very hard to try to balance and who needs him the most and when. Now, yes, did I need to go to immunotherapy today? Yes. Did I need him to do it? I did. However, I didn't make this appointment with him in mind because I made the appointment when I thought my sister was going to be able to come back. So it's not his fault. I don't blame him. He is dedicated to his job, and I really do appreciate everything that that he does for me. So it's not even like I'm holding him to the fire for it. I actually appreciate the fact that he wants to stay at work as much as he does, but I will need him to take off a few hours early on Thursday because she asked me what days are best, and Tuesdays and Thursdays are best for Jim. And I will need him to take off a little earlier on Thursday just so I can be there at 2 o'clock. So that being said, that is where we're at. I will, like I said, when I know what the nurse says about, anyway, I'll tell you about the chair. So, or I did tell you last night about not measuring it. I can't remember. So I got my chair yesterday at 10:30, just like they said it would come. It was the wrong chair. They delivered the wrong chair. It did have the brake extensions on it, and it was 22 inches, and apparently it was heavy duty, but it was not a hemi height, which is too tall. So if I sit in a regular height wheelchair, my legs don't touch the ground and I can't propel myself forward. The physical therapist wants me to use my legs to propel myself forward if possible. I think I showed you guys that in the driveway. So we waited till about 11:45. They brought the second chair back, and it was the hemi height. She swapped out the brake things real quick, and she's like, is there anything else that's missing? Because the lady was just dropping it off and leaving, and she was like, is there anything else missing? I don't know. Yeah, there's no cushion. I realize now there was no tipping bars, which when my physical therapist, my PTA sees this, she's probably going to text me and yell at me, but I might actually tell her ahead of time. There's no anti-tipping bars on the back, and I don't know that it's 22 inches wide. Like, I think it is. But apparently this particular chair is a lot wider than the chair that they had there that we measured. So it doesn't fit my house. Then I started to realize that I don't need both. If I'm allowed to propel with my left leg, I really only need a push bar on the right side. So if we're only off by like centimeters or like 1/4 of an inch, if we just take off the left side, basically the push push rail on the outside of the wheels. So you can take off the push rail and you can push with the tire. But I'm allowed to propel with my left foot. So if we leave the right one, this way I can propel with my left foot if that's all we need. And if I have to have my feet up, I can just, usually that Jimmy's pushing me if I have to have my feet up. So it's kind of like, I think that might be the solution. So we'll see. But he said he's going to do it to me on the weekends. However, I would appreciate if he just worked on it tonight. But he's so tired. I don't know. This is the kind of thing that's frustrating about being sick or being incapacitated. Because I want to do this myself. And I know I could do it myself. I just can't do it myself. If that makes any sense. I have the skills and the knowledge. I just don't have the physical capabilities at this time. So it's very frustrating, just putting on the foot things, like putting on the foot things. I was putting on the foot things, and when I was putting them on in front of the physical therapist, she was like, no. So then I'm like, oh, really? I have to have somebody do that for me? Every time I'm learning that I have to have help with something. It's not frustrating like I'm frustrated with myself. I'm not frustrated with the situation. I'm not frustrated with the people. I'm frustrated with myself that, oh, really? Like one more thing I have to ask for help for, it's like just frustrating. So, let's see. I did my arm exercises. So, Mom asked me, what's the schedule? What's the therapy schedule? And honestly, even in physical therapy, I had a schedule, but I didn't have a schedule. It wasn't the same schedule every day. Let's put it that way. So, towards the last week of physical therapy, it was really like OT for 45 minutes in the morning, which was basically ADL skills, which was getting up and getting dressed and working on a little bit of exercise. And then I would have an hour and a half of PT, which is straight up exercise. And then I'd have 45 minutes of OT in group, which was like a group type of exercise. We would work on, I kind of feel like it was aerobic. If it was aerobics class, then it was like ADL skills are your warm up. Physical therapy is your actual aerobic exercise, and group is like your cool down. You do a lot of like movement in your chair or standing and sitting practice. Like you do either arm exercises, leg exercises, but like capable like movement. You know what I mean? It's like movement class. It's movement class. So Mom said, what's my schedule at home? And it really I had to modify it, obviously. So at the hospital or at the rehab, I had holes in my headboard around the rails and stuff, obviously. So I have where'd it go? Is it here? Let me see. Did I put it over here in the bucket? I meant to put it over here in the bucket, but let me see. Here. I have my Elastaband to do in bed. So at the rehab, when I first woke up in the morning, waiting for breakfast, waiting for the nurses and morning meds, I would do my Elastaband exercises. So I have this paperwork that basically I would start on my left side and you tie it on, and then there's across body movements and pull up movements, basically strength and flexibility, basically. And then they come to the headboard and you pull down, and you pull up like you're doing, bench presses. And then I switch it to this side and I work the right arm and then the left arm, like when I do the cross thing. See, one movement is this, and one movement is this. So, I just work the other arm in the other direction. However, I can't do that here. So I have to use my other arm for resistance. So I did this morning when I couldn't sleep. I thought maybe a little exercise would help me sleep, to be honest with you. So I worked on my band this morning. And then at the the rehab, I don't want to keep calling it a nursing home. It totally wasn't. At the rehab, after ADL skills, if I didn't work on weights with the ADL lady, on the days I took shower, I didn't have enough time to do any exercises with her. I would do, basically she gave me a 3-pound weight and I would do all the arm exercises. So she gave me there's bicep curls and there's tricep punches and all these things that you could do. I have a piece of paper in the book that has all the exercises written on it that I can do with that. I also have some exercises. The last exercise with the band you have to do from the chair, or you can strap it to your foot, basically. So I do that in the chair. So I do that last one too. So I do all of the weight training, and my PTA gave me a 6-pound weight, and it's pink and gold. I don't know if you guys saw that video, but it is very tiring when you're not used to 6 pounds. I knew I could handle it, but I know that I knew it was gonna burn the first day. I was using 2, and the maximum I ever used was the 3-pound weight, and I'm like, oh, 6 pounds is amazing, but oh my gosh, is that so I did them when I get dressed. So I got dressed, I got up, I got cleaned up, I got dressed, and I did those. I put on my brace and did my exercises, and then the last ones are the leg exercises that I do in bed. And at the facility, I was doing them at night before bed, which it really wasn't easy. I was going to say always easy. It really was never easy because my legs are usually very tired at night. However, since I'm not doing the day PT, what I decided to do was I should do them in the morning after I do my rubber band exercises. I should do all my leg exercises. So this morning I did some of them. I will tell you the truth. On 2.5 hours sleep, my muscles are so weak. I know that that's not good, and I know that it's not going to be the everyday because of yesterday's travel and workout situation. The difference in my schedule yesterday. But I wanted to get all that done today because I thought I was going to therapy, and then of course that didn't work out. So my plan today until therapy was to lay in bed because my leg was so swollen yesterday when I got home from being in the car for so long. Not just being in the car, because it wasn't just in the car. We were in the wheelchair and we were at the hospital and getting in and out of the car. That's not what I mean. It just meant from not having my foot elevated. So I had Jimmy bring me a pillow. Well, actually, this is my head pillow. He brought me this pillow, and he put my leg under it while I was on my back. But I realized this morning I was so tired and weak, I couldn't lift my leg high enough to get onto this pillow, even with the leg lifter. So I swapped it out for my thinner pillow, and I just had it elevated a little bit, which is better than nothing. But let's see. I hold on to here. I do a little rolly roll. Trying to keep straight. And let's see. I call it cheating, but she said it's not cheating. So I kind of scoop. Let's see. Let me see if I scoop this foot under this foot, and I help it. It helps me move it onto the pillow. See that? Okay. Mind my shorts. I have to wear really stretchy pants to go over the brace, and she's going to do the laundry because all of the pants that I got at the hospital were dirty, and all I have here that fits over there is like shorts that I got from my sister. So they're really short, and I'm like, mind my shorts. But anyway, so I have it up now. Like I said, I just got done doing all that stuff, so a little rest is needed. I had an apple with peanut butter for breakfast, which I missed because I hadn't had that for a couple of days. I was out of peanut butter the day before yesterday. I didn't have peanut. Wait, ow. Cheese and rice, girl. Sorry, everybody. My hand just got like tingy, nummy. And I know that the cancer in the shoulders affects that. It pushes on nerves and stuff, but gosh, it's been doing that a lot more, less 48 hours than it has been in a very long time. But that's why I'm mad about not doing immunotherapy. I felt like it was really helping. Oh, that's what it is. So the doctor wants me to wait 1 week for chemotherapy and 1 week for radiation. So when I'm done vlogging with you guys, I got to get back on the phone and I got to call everybody and figure out the schedule of when to start all the things. So I have 1 week from yesterday. So next Wednesday, Thursday. Next Wednesday I could start chemotherapy, and anytime after that I could do radiation. But I have immunotherapy on Thursday, so I feel like it's time to start fighting this cancer's butt again. I'm just saying. Gosh. I feel like when we took the giant tumor out, my cancer was like, really? Really? You want to fight? So, yeah. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But anyhow, I will try to pick you up later, but I will say goodbye now just in case I can't, or if nothing eventful happens. Like I said, since I'm done with all my therapies, I might work on more leg stuff if my legs start to get stronger again. I'm just doing... So if you sit here and just do ankle pumps... Hold on. So basically, you just sit here and do ankle pumps. And as you do ankle pumps and you do like the knee squeezes and the butt squeezes, then eventually you do like the foot slides. And you see how swollen that leg is? Again, mind my shorts, sorry. But you see how swollen this leg is? It's crazy. And it's super weak. You know, it gets stronger the more you do exercises, but it's like, I can't believe how weak it is. And I was kind of wondering, it was very weak the last couple of days, since the weekend really, and I was kind of wondering if I'm not like, it's been a month since immunotherapy, and was that really helping? And is the cancer growing? Is the cancer fighting back now? And I don't know. And it scares me in a way. I'm not scared because everything's in his hands, but it concerns me like, you know, obviously we had to get this done. We had to get this leg fixed. I get it. I do. However, like the big picture is the cancer. So we have to like really big picture that whole thing. It's just a lot. It's a lot to think about. It's a lot to consider. It's a lot going on. And I want to just start fighting again. I told you guys this. This is just like, I want to start taking my chemotherapy. I want to start doing the immunotherapy again. I'm so frustrated at myself today. When Julie told me last week she wasn't going to be able to come back. Well, at least it was over the weekend. Maybe Friday. Maybe it was Friday, Saturday. Maybe it was Thursday, Friday. I should have called for the immunotherapy time change then. I'm so frustrated with myself. And maybe I could have got an appointment on Friday or something even. I don't know. So, this is kind of a joke, okay? I mean, it's not a joke, but it's like funny. It's ironic funny. So when I was in the hospital, I told you guys about hitting myself in the head with the phone, right? So I pulled on the cord and I thought the phone was behind me on the bed, but it was actually in the basket. And like a cartoon, I watched it like boop. Well, last night Jimmy threw the phone on the bed and he hit me in the head with the corner of the phone. And I'm like, what the hell? And he's like, did I hit you? I was like, yeah, on the freaking head. He goes, well, I know it's going to bounce. I was like, I don't think it bounced. I think that's where you got it. And he's like, no, don't tell me that. I was like, yeah, it bounced. But it freaking hurts. I don't know if there's going to be a bruise there either, but it hurts. I was like, what is it with the phones attacking my forehead? We're having a communication issue, but it has nothing to do with what you're thinking about. Anyhow, that's that. I did just find out from Mom, though, that the inspector came to look at the house, and there was a crack in the ceiling of the craft room, which I haven't been in months. And she had the roofer come out, and the roofer said the roof's fine, but we have a tree hitting it. And apparently there's a tree that in the wind is hitting the, like the eave, and it's cracked the roof. And I cracked the ceiling, and I was like, oh my gosh, really? I was like, I know I have a little one here, but this is just like where you could tell it. I don't know if you guys can even see it. Let's see, let me zoom in. Oh, there you go. So this right here is kind of like where you could tell it's where the tape, like the end of where they join two pieces of sheetrock, because it's a perfect like tape line. You could just see that that's where the tape is coming. Oh, sorry. You can see that that's where the tape's just dried out, and that happens sometimes. So I asked her, was it like that? And she's like, no, it's a legit crack. Like, it's a crack. I was like, oh, my goodness. And I kid. She's like, of course, the one room nobody's been in months. And I was like, yeah, I feel really bad. I feel really bad. But we're supposed to work on that while Jimmy's off for a month. As soon as we figure out the wheelchair situation. Hopefully, we'll figure that out before too long, so... And then I have some upcoming appointments. I get my eye shots on the 14th. He's going to take me. That's after work, though. That's good. The appointment is at 3:45, and it's about an hour away. So I'm going to call my friend and see if she wants to meet up too. That'd be great. I would love to see her. But actually, if she comes after the shots, I won't see her anyway. But he did so amazing yesterday driving. Now he's got tons of confidence. So going to Lebanon is going to be fine for him. What else? And we have to get groceries. I have to look. I have to figure out meal planning, all this stuff. So I kind of knew that Thursday and Friday was going to be like kind of a, not fend for yourself, but like kind of like a, what do we have to do? What do we have to eat? What can I eat? What is there? And Mom offered me a couple of things, but honestly, I was so tired when she came in. I wasn't even hungry. But I'm starting to get there. So that's, yeah, I might eat lunch here in a little bit. But I have to put together some, grocery list, and I have to figure out about my meds. The doctor's supposed to call my blood thinner, and he wants me to be on the blood thinner until I follow up with him, at least till I follow up with him. So I have to make sure I get that today, because I didn't take a dose yesterday. And, yeah. You guys, this probably will be our wrap up, but I'm going to say goodbye right now. Listen, remember, if nobody's told you that they loved you today, I love you, and you are loved, and that's important to hear every single day. So I love you. And as always, you guys take care. God bless. And we'll see you next time. Bye. Wish me luck with this wheelchair stuff. Gosh.